Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing my December doll collective. Now, I actually just filmed a while ago my doll unboxing video, and that was a bit of a new thing for me, but I realized I haven't even put out my December doll collective as yet. I did try and record it. The energy just wasn't right, so I thought I'd give it another go. I have all the dolls sitting here, and I was just really excited to show you guys everything I got. Now, this is an accumulation of doll shows, antiquing, Christmas presents, plus a little odds and ends here and there. And I'll tell you a little bit about everything as we go through it. So I'm just going to hop in because it is quite a few items, honestly. I accumulated them and I didn't show anyone for a while. So I'm sure you guys are excited. So I'm going to get into it, starting with these two fashion dolls that I actually got while I was antiquing. Now, there's an antique mall that is down the street from me that I go to all the time. It's kind of one of my favorite places to just peruse and, zone out for a little while. And there's one booth in particular that sells dolls. And this one, I actually found these two individually wrapped. Now, this one, as we all know, this it looks like a V-cut, kind of like a bubble cut Tammy doll. And she did not actually come in this outfit, but if you know Tammy dolls, you know that there is an outfit of hers that is a pink nightie set like this. And I've been looking for it everywhere, but I was lucky enough to find two little accessory clothing pieces at that same doll booth where I kind of made a Frankenstein version of the nightie outfit because I saw it at a doll show once and I fell in love with it. So I kind of made a cheaper knockoff version, the Temu version of the outfit based off what I found at the antique mall. So this is one complete purchase, the clothes plus the doll. And she was such a good price for Tammy's because I've seen Tammy's even outside of the box come like around 60, which is just honestly egregious for a fashion doll, but I mean, she is in gorgeous shape. Her blush is just to die for. And she's the second Tammy that I own. The first one I actually found at a thrift store for like $3 after just randomly going in there one day. But she is another one that I'm very happy to find. And she was a new addition to the booth as well because I go there so much, I know when there's something new. And this is the second doll. Again, fashion dolls aren't really my thing, but I am leaning more towards that category lately, and you'll see a little bit more of that later on in the haul. But this is a horseman doll. I believe that this doll is used a lot in Mary Poppins doll sets. I'm not sure if she was used for any other purpose, this specific mold, or if she was just for the Mary Poppins set. But I really like her. Something about her face. It reminded me of like, the Cindy's and the Tammys and those kind of 60s, 70s era fashion dolls. And again, if she came from that era in that Mary Poppins set, then I would understand that. But she does not have a Mary Poppins outfit or anything like that. This is a crocheted or knit little dress. It is a dark navy blue. She has no panties on, and I don't believe she is marked, but I have seen that Mary Poppins set kind of circulating around. Kind of after I picked her up, I actually saw those advertisements for that set, and I realized, oh wow, she's a horseman. So that's her right there. Her hair is a little matted and can use some help. But again, these dolls have been sitting around until the point where I can make this video for you guys. So now I'll get to work on them. So that is everything I got antiquing. And now I'm going to get into, I believe this is the biggest haul. This is from the doll show that I went to in early December. I'm trying to keep everything compartmentalized, but there is a lot of random stuff kind of mixed in with each other. Now I'm going to start with the dolls that I got, actually, because I got, I believe, 3. I really didn't get that many. I got these 2 dolls right here. Now, I got this from a really, really amazing seller who I had a very long conversation with just about, finding dolls of color. It's very hard to find ones that aren't racist caricatures or unfortunate remembrances of bad periods in history for, people of color. And a lot of those dolls I do not find acceptable to sell, if I'm being honest. I go to a lot of doll shows and I see people profiting off of very, very racist characters of dolls, and it makes me, frankly, a little weirded out. So I see that very often going to these doll shows and these antique malls, but I saw this lady's booth and I just thought, wow, like this is so refreshing to see dolls that look like me, that look like everyone who's ever wanted a doll in their skin tone but couldn't find them. And they're not caricatures and they're not mean. They're just sweet and adorable. Now, this one I believe is 60s, 70s. I'm not sure the specific make or brand. She is unmarked as well, but I believe this is a mommy made dress and cute little yellow ribbons that go with it. me and the seller talked a lot about how much she reminds us of a Susie Sad Eyes, and a Susie Sad Eyes is one of my favorite dolls ever. You can see her right here. She is one of the crown jewels of my collection. I'm still hoping to get more, as well as that AA Susie Sad Eyes. I love her and I love all her little outfits. So hopefully she'll be added to the collection along with her sister right here. I know she's not an official Susie, but I think the little eyeliner and the details on her really do remind me of them. So I'm really glad to have her. And moving on to the next one, this is a horseman. Again, hair could use a little bit of help, but that is what I'm here for. Now she's in a gorgeous outfit. Just the cutest little outfit. She unfortunately has a little tear right there. But you see her face is so sweet and her wave is adorable. She's in really good shape, again, considering how old this one probably is. Same era, around 60s, 70s, based off the outfit alone. But I'm very, very lucky to have these dolls in my collection. I love to see cute little AA dolls that aren't just, plain reproductions of other dolls, because a lot of the Madame dolls, they're just plain reproductions of, the ones that they have in the white skin tones. And I like to see these that feel a bit more original. So I'm very, very lucky that I added these to the collection. I'm always looking for more of those. As much as I can find them, I like to add them to the collection. Now I'm going to get into the bulk of what I got. And I believe there's one more secret doll in here. And this is actually a Madame International doll. She is Argentina, I believe. And she's got this beautiful flowing dress and petticoat. And she's got these little braids as well. Now she's looking a little ghoulish, maybe a little pasty. But honestly, there's something still very timeless about these dolls to me. I haven't picked one of these up since I started collecting. Because a lot of people within the doll world, they start with the Madams. They're very much kind of the segue into everything else. Because they're very accessible and they're very, very cheap. She was only a few dollars, but there's something about her when I saw her that I picked her up, and I'm glad I did. I haven't bought a Madame in months and months and months since I started collecting, maybe over a year at this point. So I'm very, very glad that she spoke to me, because when dolls speak to you, you got to bring them home with you. So I'm going to keep moving along because I do have a lot and I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. So the next thing I got, you guys know I have an affinity for doll nurses and doll nurse outfits. And this is a Miss America pageant outfit. This is a doll outfit. There's a dress and a cape in here, as well as a little headpiece. Now this material, I can show you guys when I take it out. It's a bit more on the plasticky side. You can see it is very plasticky. It makes kind of a crinkly noise when you take it out. And the proportions of this doll are a bit different than anything else that I have in my collection, but I feel like she might fit on a Patsy Ann. So I'm going to try and put it on her. I did not want to purchase the Miss America doll because I wasn't honestly too huge on just her facial expression, which sounds kind of mean because all dolls are beautiful, but there's something about her expression that just was not speaking to me personally. So I did not take her home with me, unfortunately. But I was happy to find that outfit because, again, I'm always going to like to find more nurse stuff because that's my thing. That's my whole shtick. Now, I'm just going to pile this on my lap because now at this point is all doll clothes, little random pieces, little things that I frankly don't even remember buying. It's just little things here and there. All right, I believe this is it, or everything that I can get my hands on in here. And this is all I really need to go through anyway. It's just random clothes. This is a small silk dress that is red and pink. And this is another small red polka dot dress. I actually have a dress that's almost exactly like this, so I thought it'd be super cute to match with one of my dolls. This is a really cute 70s style outfit. I believe this is Fisher Price tagged. I'm not sure what doll this would have originally gone on. I could easily see this going on like a Chrissy or something like that. Really cute, very 70s, mismatched patterns. This is another very 70s kind of influence, maybe 60s more so. Definitely more of like a prairie type pattern, but a little mini dress. Super cute. And then this is another kind of prairie type outfit. Just a little cute dress. I love stockpiling clothes. It has become a little bit of a fixation for me. Little wraparound apron and or skirt with ties on the end. This is a larger dress for a larger doll. I really don't collect many dolls this size, but I once I start having more space for dolls, because you can see I'm a bit limited right now, but once I start having more space, I definitely want to introduce more dolls this size to my collection because I have the clothes for them, so I may as well clothe them. And then I also got This looks like a little doll cape and a hat. I believe this actually came with a different one of the dolls that I purchased, but I'm not sure which one. And then the last item that I got was these little pair of panties that goes with this dress right here. Now, this dress was actually in a lot of bunch of other clothes that were Shirley Temple branded, or at least for a Shirley Temple doll. And I've seen it on the Shirley Temple doll before modeled, but I really don't like Shirley Temple dolls. I know, again, I hate to be a hater of any dolls in particular for whoever out there collects them, but I'm just not the biggest fan. I only own one, and I bought her without knowing she was a Shirley. I don't know if you guys could see her. She's probably a little buried underneath the absolute hoard of dolls that I have right here. But this is just the sweetest little dress. Got this sheer overlay and this just very fine lace in perfect condition, and the snaps are impeccable. So I'm very, very happy to have this one. I know exactly who I'm going to put this on to. So very happy with all those purchases, and that is everything I got from the doll show I don't even remember where it was, honestly, because it is somewhere around northern Florida or central Florida. That's kind of where all the doll shows are where I'm at, because I live in Florida. They're all in northern central Florida. Nothing is here in South Florida where I actually live. So all these doll shows are about a 3 to 4 hour drive, if not more. So when I go, I like to come home with a lot of stuff because it was a lot of work to get there. So now I'm going to move on to, I believe, what is the last round of stuff, and it is Christmas presents. Now, I believe there's 2 included in that, but there are, more grand dolls, I want to say, and these were gifted to me by my mother because these are dolls that I think I talk about a little too much. So she's definitely familiar with them, maybe just because I don't ever stop talking about them. Now, this is Miss Curity. Now, if you guys know, again, I am obsessed with nurse dolls. Miss Curity is kind of the grandest of the grand of all the nurse dolls that there ever was. And this one is a vintage one because there are newer reproductions of them, but you can tell based off of her appearance and how shadowy and kind of scary her eye makeup looks that she is an older one. Her sleep eyes are in perfect working order. Her outfit's impeccable. She does have the little headpiece. It looks like it just fell off, and it is somewhere in the nether of all of my doll stuff, but she is in perfect condition, and she came to me even with this stand, and I am so, so happy to have her. She is one of my favorite dolls that I own. I wanted her so, so bad, and I was so thankful on Christmas morning when I got to open her because I am still spoiled like a little child. So this is one of my prized possessions now for sure. And then moving on to the other doll that I got for Christmas. Now this one I've also been wanting for a long time. I think I've mentioned a few times. And this is a Blythe. You can see this one has a huge, very full head of hair. And it has been making it quite difficult for me to put her in any particular place. Her hair is just so soft and so full. You can see here, she's got a cute little dress on, very fairy-like, and cute little purple clogs. And I can show you what the eye chips look like if you can see past her hair. It's going to be a bit difficult for me to show you because of just how much hair she has. If I can hold it back, it's going to look like I'm strangling her a little bit, but I promise you she doesn't feel any pain. Just like that. Third one, fourth, and her pink eyes. And I just love her so, so much. She came with also an extra set of hands, so I could change out her hands. But again, she is just something I've had on my list for so long. I love, love, love the whole aspect of customizing Blythe dolls, all the fashions and stuff like that, and how accessible it is to people. Definitely seems to be one of those dolls that appeals to more mainstream audience and younger girls, which means a lot to me because it is really difficult being the age that I am within this realm sometimes, in trying to talk to other people about it. But I feel like Blythe is something everyone kind of knows about. And she is just the sweetest, cutest thing. I'm so happy to have her. I really don't know much about the history of Blythe or anything, but if I'm not wrong, she does look more like she has the Takara type mold on the face. If anyone else knows anything else about this particular sort of Blythe, just let me know. The only thing I knew about her is that I was scrolling on eBay, and this is the only one that I saw that I fell in love with, really. And it was because of this wild full head of hair that now is somewhat the bane of my existence, trying to control. But I understand, I also have the same problem myself, so I'm not going to beat her up about it. And then that is pretty much everything I got for the majority of December, except for one last little bonus item, and that is my very first Barbie. Now, I believe this is Barbie. It's not marked or anything, so I believe this might be a reproduction, but this one definitely just struck me in a particular way. I found this at a thrift store, and there's just something very, very, I don't know, alluring about this one. I think it's the platinum blonde hair and how full it is, and just the way that I can tell she's a little off brand and she's not perfect by any means. It's the stained dress, like the way that she looks like kind of a sad prom queen. I really, really like her. I don't own any Barbies, any fashion dolls really, besides my Tammy. So this is the first one I'm bringing home. She might not be real or original or vintage or perfect, but I really like her. It's been really hard trying to find that spark with Barbie, and I think I finally did with this one, and I hope I do at future doll shows. So yeah, that is pretty much everything wrapped up from the past month of doll collecting. I have done definitely more in January, and I kind of got into that with my doll unboxing video. But I am again going to that Sarasota doll show, so I'll make sure that I update you guys on everything I get from that, as well as the Renninger's Antique Fair. It's going to be a lot more shopping, a lot more doll shows upcoming for February and March, and it's just such a busy season for doll people. I don't know when everyone's getting that free time. I don't know when I'm getting that free time, frankly, but I am very excited to show you guys everything I get in the future, and I'm so happy you guys tuned in for this December video. I know it's a little bit on the longer side, but I got a lot of really unique, nice pieces, and I'm so happy to get to share them with you guys. So thank you so much for watching. Please comment below how you guys are doing. I want to know if you guys got any cool dolls lately. Just let me know how things are going in the community, and I'm so happy to be a part of it and share it with you guys. So thank you again for watching. Bye!